The SCADA system is lying to you. The SCADA system alarms are fake. So if you've worked in controls automation, you've experienced this before if you use SCADA. So this is how this usually happens for context. So I worked at a place where we had data centers that used a SCADA platform. And so the SCADA platform monitored the equipment, and when the equipment's parameters went out of range, there would be an alarm. Now, there's a scenario where we had a craw, for example, craws in one building that had an alarm set at a high alarm set point for supply air temperature at 65 degrees. But here's the problem. The craw was commanded to maintain a temperature of 74 degrees. So naturally you're going to have alarms on all your craws for high supply air temp. And so all it takes is one time. One time they find out, oh, someone misconfigured an alarm, and then what happens is after that is now the excuse is now given that, well, I guess all the alarms for everything must all be misconfigured. Nothing is set up right. So anytime an alarm comes in, they go, well, you need to prove it's an actual alarm. So then, you're going to have to work through this alarm fatigue, and then after a while, eventually, you'll prove that every alarm is actually correct, and eventually they'll trust it again. But this is just one of those frustrating things you have to deal with in SCADA. If people don't configure stuff, or if you don't configure stuff correctly, or a third-party company you hired to do it don't configure alarms correctly, this is like the fallout from it, and it's pretty aggravating to deal with, but you have to get used to it. It's just part of the job.